Welcome to another session here at Mnandi Methodist Youth, guys, and I'm super excited to be continuing the sessions on things I wish Jesus never said. Yes, that is the series that we are doing. So I want to first go into the word, and it comes from Matthew 5 verse 29, and it says, "If your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you. For it's more profitable for you that one of your members perish than for your whole body to be cast into hell." Now, Matthew says it quite nicely because he was an everyday folk, just like you and me. Matthew was a tax collector. And we must understand Matthew puts it into a point of a business mindset, saying if it's more profitable to lose one eye. Okay, so I'm a pirate now. It's profitable to lose one eye and go to heaven than to have two eyes and go into hell. Now, it sounds really, really hectic when you hear this, but I want you to think of it this way. Jesus warns us of the temptations that our eyes give us, and that is normally when it comes to anything lustful, and even our eyes can say, "Oh man, check that person out," and you can say something bad about them. Now, that is what your eyes do. Sometimes you see it and then you perceive something that might not necessarily be correct. And then what happens? You sin by either judging or by, slandering somebody, or even just, you lustfully think of something that you shouldn't. Like, for example, being with somebody, whether it be a guy or a girl, depending if you're a man or a woman. And that is what is really what Jesus was talking about, is if your eye causes you to sin, gouge it out. I'm not saying we must actually physically go find a fork or a spoon and put it in our eye and try and get it out. No, it's not like that. It's more got to do with, are we able to, wait for it, recognize if we've sinned? And there are many times, and Jesus has pointed it out, sin needs to be gouged out our lives. And how do we do this? See, this is where Jesus comes in. Jesus gouges out sin from our life, or plucks it out. He washes us with grace. But there is a big but here. We need to understand that it's not just because we've got grace and we have forgiveness doesn't mean we have to keep on doing it. Obviously, we have to ask for forgiveness and try our very best not to do it. Because I can tell you now, guys, is when we get to a point where we start doing things such as, thinking lustfully, or, making fun of somebody because we've seen maybe he or she is a lot different than us. For example, we're disabled or physically challenged people. When I say physically challenged, guys, they can't do things that we can do. Like our everyday things, they struggle and then we make fun of them. No, that is not what we should do. And it's not even about the color of our skin. Because we all are the same. We are all part of the Christ body. And what I want you guys to understand is we need to gouge out sin. So think of a plastic spoon. If you've got a plastic spoon that you have lying around the house that has no value, I'm just saying no value to mom or dad, I want you to take it and I want you to picture that, see that spoon, or even if it's a plastic fork, and break it. And pretend that that's when, like, if you are in that situation where you maybe thought very badly of someone, break it, because, your eyes made you see something that you weren't supposed to look at in a certain way. And that is why our eyes can be very deceitful, and also our eyes can be the things that cause us to sin. So, ladies and gents, I encourage you, allow Jesus to gouge out or pluck out sin from your life. If you have not done that, pray to God and say, God, I can't do it myself. I need your help. And God will listen. God is always listening to us. That's why He sent Jesus down to earth, so that we can build that bridge between us. So in other words, that gap is filled where it used to be we had to go to the priests. No, now we can actually go directly to God. So ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to allow Jesus to do the work, and to also be aware of how you think and how you perceive things. So guys, I hope that you got the gist of this lesson, and I hope that we will see each other very soon. And I also pray that you keep safe and have an amazing day further.
Strong enough to calm the storms of fear and unbelief, fierce enough to break the cord of death that clung to me. 'Cause I have come to know love whose powers overcome every insecurity. Heaven moves and demons flee now, as I lift my voice to sing. Oh, your love is strong. 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 Yeah. Close enough to hold me near when fear is crippling, safe enough to be my home when my world is crumbling. 'Cause I have come to know love stronger than the grave, that in my darkest hour it raised me up from death to life now in resurrection power.